What's it like to be Filipino American?
Hello everyone, it's Kim. Welcome to another video, and today's video is a lot different because I'm going to be talking about what's it like to be Filipino American or just half. And I feel like we live in a community that sometimes gets very confused on who we are, and like they treat us differently because of their misconceptions, and it's important that I just clarify things. Hopefully it just applies to people that maybe are Filipino American or in general just being half and very confused. So let's get started with the background. So my dad is American, but his dad is Puerto Rican. So he doesn't really look American or isn't really American. And for my mother's side, she's pretty much full Filipino. She's small. She's from a minority group. It's from like a small town or a small it's like a ethnicity group. Like they call it Subanin, I think is how you say it. Subanin, and she's from that area of like Mindanao. So based on my research, she has a little bit of Chinese ancestry, and that village or ethnicity group was very much influenced by a lot of Chinese. And for my name, the reason why they call me Kimberly, I am not sure why, but I do know that me and my biological sister has a plant or flower based name called Lily and Rose. So that's the reason why they just felt very fascinated when she saw a flower, and that's the whole scenario there. So I'm not really sure on my own name, but I do know that flowers is a big deal. For making friends, I've always had a friendly personality. Easy for me to make friends, although I had a hard time finding the right friends and like the right group of people, because everyone is different in their own way. So I'm trying to like see if I could fit into this or see if I could fit in to whatever, but I really just want to be myself and want to just see what happens, when I try to start and make conversation. Just finding the right one is tricky. Alright, so for food, I love food in general, and my favorite, I would say American dish, or whatever you call it, is hamburger. What's like cheeseburger, or anything that has a bun and meat in it. It's pretty much my favorite dish or meal. And I also love, I don't know if pizza. Pizza's not American, so but I just tasted like the New York style pizza, and that's pretty good. But for Filipino food, I love caldereta, or like chicken caldereta or beef, the sauce or something. But that's really good. Also, I also love lumpia. Really, like I can eat it with anything. It just tastes like much better version than French fries. So the common questions that people get and misconceptions is like, I feel like they always see people that are half as very privileged and like they have everything and like they inherit the good stuff, and actually that's not the case. My dad is very hardworking, ambitious, so that really influenced me to be hardworking and ambitious regardless of what field or what profession you have. I think it's about passion and working hard, because I feel like people always have this idea like if you're half white, you are so privileged and like you are blessed and all this, but that's not the case. If you want something, you work hard for it, and I don't see myself as like a multimillionaire or anything. And so another common question I get also is that like how do I manage, or do I ever feel fit in terms of like being American or being Filipino? And the answer to the question is obviously not. I don't feel like 100% American, and I don't feel 100% Filipino. So I always just try to adapt to wherever I be or wherever I go, and learn more about, you know, myself rather than the whole idea of the nationality. So I mean, over time I just try to just find the bright side of it. And speaking of bright side, I am going to be talking about the pros of being Filipino American. And honestly, the pros is that you really are exposed to a lot. So when you're like just full of one nationality, you're exposed mostly to that. But if you're dual, or if you're two nationalities, you get to experience both. And I think being exposed to more than just one culture, more than just one language, and it's just great to be, you know, adventurous and exploring so much more than just one thing. About the cons of being a half or Filipino American, and I have to say, being so left out, or just feeling never at home, and like there's always something that you can never understand, or like you just feel not at home and not welcomed in some ways. And you know, that feeling is always gonna come, and I really wish I can like brush it off, and I am brushing it off and trying to think positively. It's because when I come make friends, or like when I settle in different place, I just feel like, am I Filipino or am I American, or like, you know, it's very confusing. You just feel very odd and just feel like, I'm sure there's a lot of Filipino or half out there, but like, you understand what I mean? People always see you differently, and you keep saying I'm this, and then they see you differently. And then when you're in a different place, they see you as this, and then you see this differently. So it's like so confusing when people like look at that or have their own points of view, and I have my points of view. So the cons is just a mess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what life is. So thank you so much for watching. I just hope this is relatable, or just like maybe if you're half, you can feel the pain, or you know, something that we all just can come together and talk about. And especially if you're Filipino American or Asian American, it's like really nice to just come together and talk about the struggles growing up or whatever it may be. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm just so glad to spill my guts and explain to you that, you know, what's it like being Filipino American. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!